Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Now, it has become apparent, or at least it was made to my attention, that the last 2 days of me streaming, I did not have my heart rate monitor activated. I had my heart rate monitor on, but I did not have it activated. So let me go ahead and take care of that now, because that's kind of embarrassing. Wait, I got school first day tomorrow, so I start my summer assignment? I'm sorry, are you implying you didn't start? Wait, Aunt Draco, you're cooked. Dude, you're done for, bro. You're gonna pull up, the teacher's gonna be like, all right, submit your summer assignments here to the left, and you're gonna pull up and just put a smiley face. There's no shot that goddamn Reddit post made you crash out so hard that you decided to prove them wrong. Well, I'm not proving them wrong. I'm just like, chat, low-key, I like the idea of trying something new, and so like, while I was trying to sleep, I was having trouble sleeping. I was low-key just like shaking my wrist like this, doing those like forearm rotations. I was just doing this in my sleep. I was just like, no wonder I couldn't sleep. Misspelled the title? I don't see what's wrong with it. Yo, chat, this is a random question. Does anyone here use DaVinci Resolve? I'm trying to edit a short, cause like I've been late to the shorts game. Everyone's been telling me, Ed, why the fuck don't you do shorts? And I'm like, all right, I'll do shorts. And then I started editing them myself. I basically recorded like my haul of like all the shit from Gamescom. And I'm trying to edit it all down together. I did this in my hotel room while Karyu was sleeping. So like at some point in time, he's like naked and he walks across like the camera. But yeah, ZNX Tech, there are no typos in the title. Everything is correct. Oh! Bruh, I one miss it. What a tragedy. Despair. Ed, what's your favorite fruit? Watermelon. Doesn't even come close. Try Argon Pro skin, please. I don't like the hit sounds on Argon Pro. Listen to this. Hello. Bruh. Like, I can't tell where my hits are going. And I can't tell if I'm hitting a 50 or a 100. Like, they all blend into the same color. The tile says secret. Yeah, of course it says secret. What's wrong with it? Hello, Risu. Bruh, the circles are tiny. Osu for ants. Whoa, these patterns are weird. I almost died. Bro, these patterns are so weird. Yo! Wait, how did I hit that? Okay, I should not be alive right now. I should be dead. It's okay, though, because I got saved by the spinner. Hallelujah. Wait, these claps are so funny. The claps get more like... You get more claps if you score better. Opinion on cheese. Very important. Choose wisely. Love cheese, but my body doesn't love cheese. Because every time I eat cheese, I sit on the toilet for like 4 hours. In an ideal scenario, I pull up to an In-N-Out and get that shit like triple sacked with like 5 layers of cheese.
Go mid, bro.
Go mid. All right, let me try playing some more like streamy maps. I actually want to like see if I can actually like understand this whole like arm rotation shit. Wait, isn't this ranked now? Is it not? Oh wow, it's not. So I'm trying to focus and like hone in on this whole like wrist rotation thing. Like, I think I understand it. I just can't do it very fast, very consistently. All right, let me try something. Osu BPM test. Whoa, what the hell? These guys updated. Damn. I'm getting 196 BPM. Doing this wrist rotation thing, or trying to like emphasize the wrist rotation thing. Wait, let me anchor on my keyboard. What the hell? 100 BPM? Excuse me? You suck at streaming. This one doesn't tell you you're unstable rate. Well, I know this one. 40 taps at 200 BPM. Hold on a sec. I don't really see Ninrak rotating his wrist. That's the problem. Does anyone have the thread? Oh, thank you, Jared. It's weird. If anything, I'll just use DKS and get banned. Is it just straight wrist rotation for hitting keys, or do you mix it up with the rotation and a bit of tapping? That's the question. I don't know. Like, when I'm like doing this thing, this like rotation, like when I'm doing this, like you can clearly see that my fingers are like kind of staying at the same level. You know, you can see like based off of my thumb and my pinky that my wrist, that my forearm is rotating, right? But my fingers kind of stay at the same level, or like one is anchored and it's the other one that goes up and down, right? But like I'm seeing in these plays, like you can clearly see that, you know, their fingers are kind of, you know, moving up and down ish. Do you see how their fingers like move up? And I'm like, there's definitely, definitely not an isolated thing. Like only doing this is not. Like, only doing this, I doubt, is the technique. There has to be a bit of everything. Did you watch a call bet? He's using ring index too. I don't get it. Ed's studying the techniques more than he studied in school. Well, the funniest part is that I've actually, like, sat down with a lot of these top players and actually recorded, like, high-quality footage of their technique. And I've looked back on them, and I still don't understand it. So I'm trying to, like, using this in mind, I'm trying to understand if this is actually, like, what I'm still trying to figure out is whether or not this post is even legit. Because, like, it sounds like it could be real, but it's like, I don't know. Like, what kind of movement that's dominated by forearm rotation can allow a player even to vibro? Like, even when I'm vibrating, I can maybe do, like, 310, you know what I'm saying? How can someone do, like, even vibro of, like, I don't understand how the vibro, like, when I'm vibroing right now, like, this is like this motion. Actually, no, it's like more up and down. It's like an up and down motion, not like a vibroing rotating motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand what a vibro forearm rotation even, like, how do you even do that? Get a bunch of top speed players to coach you in tapping and make a bit out of it. Ivy, the thing is, I've tried doing that. The problem is a bunch of these speed players don't know how they do it themselves. They just do it. That's like asking, yo, can you teach me how to breathe? Well, first, you have these things called the lungs, all right? And lungs have these things called the capillary airways. And then from the capillary airways, you want to expand that using your jugular muscles. And then, no, dude, like, bro, you just, like no one knows how any of that shit. You just breathe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Jay, you trying to come down to LA? How long does a Canadian visa or a US visa last for Canadians? Osu Speed Boot Camp. 6 months? Jay, you trying to live with me for 6 months? I'm gonna play it with my normal technique. Are you sure you don't rotate your forearm when tapping? Well, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure I incorporate some forearm rotation, because, like, the opposite definitely is not true. I don't stream by doing this. Like, my wrist completely still, and I only do this. This is not how I stream. You do not, like, okay, my pinky will get out of the way. I do not stream. Oh, fuck. I do not stream by, like, lifting up my fingers like this. This is not how I stream. Like, I do some, like, forearm rotation. Do you think Ed would improve if he got coached by Xylus? Probably a little. But, like, I'm curious if someone can actually, like, translate in words how someone is supposed to move their muscles in the correct way to do, quote-unquote, proper technique for speed. You just spasm your entire arm, and I think it just works. Yeah, spasm your entire arm. When that translates to me, that's like... Oh my god! I'm streaming 300 BPM! Oh my god! That's not how it works, you know? Controlled spasm. Oh my god! I'm streaming 300 BPM! Like, bro, like, dude, like, what does controlled spasm fucking mean? You know what I'm saying? How to play speed? Just play speed. Omega. Maybe the keyboard should rotate, not the wrist. Oh shit! Wait, is Twitch doing September again? Alright, chat! Welcome to the new Farmathon! Starting today, the stream doesn't end. No, never doing that shit again. Holy fuck, dude. Can you try tapping without moving your wrist and see how that affects your speed? Sure. All right, this is me only using my fingers. Yeah, it's Jober. Yeah, you definitely use rotation in your normal technique. Because, like, that's using only my fingers, right? Like the up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like that sort of thing, right? Whereas if I, like, don't, like... If I specifically try not to move my fingers, this is what it looks like. So like, it looks, I guess, a little bit better, but if I just like do what I normally do, not specifically try to emphasize any one thing and just focus on whatever makes my fingers move the fastest and the most consistent, it just looks like this. So like, I'm assuming it's just like a mix of both, you know? Ronan says, I tried the same thing, and for me, my speed and stamina is almost the same, so I don't think I incorporate rotation in my normal technique. I think you should just grind your own tech, screw that Reddit post. I think the Reddit post definitely is onto something. Like, it's definitely like apparent that I don't only use my fingers. That rotation is part of it. Or like, at least my wrist is part of it. I'm not sure how much my forearm is rotating. Like, I can understand in the context of a piano, like having to go from this to this, it's much faster to do like a rotation than it is to do boom, 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 boom. You can like hop between the two keys, right? But in the context of Osu, it's not like I'm playing left shift and right shift. You know what I'm saying? The thread uses a clip of you death streaming 250, so maybe your technique falls apart at higher BPMs. I mean, like, the thing is, like, my technique has, like, what I've been doing has worked for higher BPMs before. I just don't know how. It's just very inconsistent. Like, sometimes I feel like 270 BPM, like, in very rare circumstances, 270 BPM I played 270 BPM effortlessly. Like, it was nothing. Specifically, like, bursting it up until, like, I don't know, 20 objects. Let's say 21 objects, right? I can play 21 objects at 270 BPM effortlessly. There have been times where I can do that. The thread does point out something specifically, which is that without incorporating this wrist rotation technique, players are inconsistent with their speed, which is true. I am inconsistent with my speed. Like, I have been able to achieve it, and then it just doesn't. And so it's like, yeah. I just watched MREC rapid trigger technique, and it just makes sense, but I have no idea how you can do it on the mechanical. What? MREC rapid trigger technique. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, chat, I think I'm just going to do my own thing. Read my last message. I think you have the wrong idea about forearm rotation. I think I can help. Nemraz, my goat. I think you're too focused on the big rotation movements because I'm seeing your hand turn a lot, and literally the rotations aren't large movements, and they're a result of offloading tension to your forearm. For example, my hand/wrist is almost completely stationary, but my forearm still has micro rotation. The result of offloading tension to your forearm. Wait, Nemraz, can you show me on Discord? Greetings. Yo, dude, if you can help me like hone in on this like technique bullshit and I become a speed god, you will literally be the person in history who made me a god.
Okay, I have a recording of when I sent it to Xylus because we were analyzing it because we both thought
my technique or your technique?
Me.
Oh, okay.
So me and Xylus both thought we were both like finger tappers, that we both mainly used our fingers.
Yeah.
But after analyzing it, we realized that like our wrists actually, or like our whole forearm are moving very fast, like left and right kind of.
Do you like flex and vibrate your forearm?
I don't consciously try to vibrate my arm, but I think it kind of happens because I tense up my arm, and it's kind of like the tension that would be in my hand goes to my forearm.
So that happens to me as well when I like play really fast stuff. So like for example, so like when I'm playing normally, I play like this, and then like I'm like flexing.
Can you show more of your arm? Yeah.
Do you see like you can see like the tension here, right? Like I'm like
Yeah.
tapping normally, and then if a fast stream comes in, I'm like you can see the strain offloading into my pinky. This is like real. This is like rock hard. This is me trying to go as fast as possible. You know?
I think the main difference is that your tension makes you go up and down. But like when I was looking like at my own footage, my tension was making my forearm like rotate like left and right rather than go up and down. Like
So when you flex your forearm, it rotates.
very slightly, like very slightly.
Like
It's not like because I saw you were doing very big motions, but like if you look at Ninrik's video, his forearm doesn't look like it's moving that much either.
Show me a video of your technique.
Okay, this is something I said in Silas. Like if you see, my wrist is pretty much stationary. If you like look at my actual arm, you can kind of see it vibrating a little bit. I think it's a lot more noticeable than or on very high BPM. So.
And your arm is your arm tense? Like is it rock
Yes.
hard?
I kind of also offloaded like to my whole arm, like because the Reddit post was talking mainly about your forearm, but I kind of tense all the way up to my shoulder.
Okay, yeah, I feel that too. It's like forearm, a little bit of like my bicep, like this muscle here, and then like this shoulder here. Like I feel that when I'm like going super hard. That was a clip that they used in the Reddit thread of me like fucking geeking out. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going 100%, like I feel it like it's technically all three of the muscles going through spazzing out and shit, you know? Which isn't ideal technique, but like if I'm trying to like all gas no brakes type shit, like hey, I bust out everything, you know? Anything for an extra input.
Okay, so this is like me tapping normally, right? Like I'm not gonna do any tension. Like you see how my forearm is kind of like rotating, but like I'm not
Yes.
consciously trying to do that.
And what keys do you use?
I use V and N, but I'm ring index.
Yo, you're also ring index. Oh my god. Hope.
So I'm like, what I kind of do is I anchor my wrist down. I don't know if anybody does this too. I know Xylus does it. So like my wrist is flat on the table. Whenever I tap, it kind of like, this is where I like anchor my arm down on the table. Where so it's like, it's kind of like this. And I think because of how I tap, it naturally makes my forearm like lean to the left and the right also.
You rested on like the palm, like right here.
Yes, right there. Yes. And then
Is your arm
because-
is your so like with my keyboard, it's like when my hand is on the keyboard, it's flat. But like if you're resting this part of your hand on the mouse pad, does that mean that you're at this like
the
slight
other
angle?
part, the other part.
Oh,
like
this
the other side.
part, the
Yeah,
palm.
that part.
Whoa. So that means is your hand like this? Do you see how it's at this?
Yeah.
angle?
It's kind of slanted like that.
What?
And that's actually, my keyboard has a book underneath one of its sides.
Oh, what
So my keyboard is actually slanted like upwards.
Is your dominant finger your index finger or your ring finger? I'm assuming index.
My index, yeah.
Oh, okay, so that would make sense. My dominant finger is actually my ring finger. I don't know if you saw it when I did this on stream, but I have this keypad that Mr. Shifty made me. He's from Roundtable 2. That I thought was
That's
actually like it felt a lot more comfortable. But yours is like the opposite way, where like this is like
Yeah.
ergonomic, this is standard, but you do like this.
Yeah, I do that.
Which is weird. That is weird. Okay, so assuming that you do this, the thumb part.
Yeah, you see how like your forearm is moving as a result of your tapping?
So, like-
try to just let it naturally happen. Try not to force the rotation.
So hold on. Let me ask this. So in like Ninrek's technique, for example, it seems like he's not actually doing like rotate left, rotate right. It seems like he's doing one motion. Like he flexes to activate a key and then unflexes, and organically, like during his unflex, he hits another key. So it's actually just one motion that he's actually doing. So like
Yeah.
say this is my default, right? My one action would be strain, relax, strain, relax. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one
yeah.
action is actually like his alternating, whereas like my hand is in like a neutral position, so I have to strain, relax, strain, relax, strain, relax. Do you have your hand in a neutral position like this, where like you also have to do strain, relax, strain, relax, strain, relax? Or do you have it so like you have like by default one is activated and you do strain, relax, strain, relax, strain, relax?
I'm not particularly either, but I'd say I'm closer to Ninrik, where I'm more leaning to the right rather than like being neutral flat. I think with Ninrik, it's a little different because at least to me, it looks like he kind of has this like smooth, just like motion where it goes like from like this way and then back this way. And it's like I think the Reddit post saying he has the most efficient wrist rotation, like that's the perfect description of it because it really looks like he's doing nothing. It's just you have to kind of practice this natural rotation method without tensing first, and then I think you can introduce tension to it, and then you can start getting faster based off that. I saw that your wrist was it was rotating a lot. Like your hand was going like this when you were imitating the technique video.
Yeah, it's like very exaggerated, right?
Yeah, I think that exaggeration's hurting you more.
Hold on, let me try playing a map. So I'm going to play a map normally.
Are you lifting your hand consciously, or is that like a subconscious thing?
I guess it's subconscious, but like, are you talking about this motion?
Yeah, like the up and down motion.
Yeah, it's like a nature of like how I single tap.
So you single tap by like moving your whole hand up and down.
Yeah, because like I'm ring finger dominant and like you can't really like lift your ring finger. So I single tap by lifting my wrist.
Think maybe because you're used to that, you're taking that into streaming. Because if like I can't single tap anyway, I play full alt, but like even if I do single tap, my hand usually doesn't move. Like this is how I would single tap. I would single tap by moving my finger.
Oh yeah, because you're index finger dominant, yeah?
I think no, I can do that with the ring finger too, though.
What? Oh, do you see how your wrist is moving though?
I think you like yours is more like this though.
Like upwards, right?
I wonder if because you're used to like putting your whole, because like your wrist is kind of going off the table too, like your whole wrist.
So do you see how like that's like it straightens out my wrist here, right?
Yeah.
So like that's the idea where I saw like piano players when they're like playing, their wrists are very neutral. Like they're like this, dun 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 dun. So I'm like, maybe that's thing. I mean, like who knows? Maybe that's bad.
You know,
It's
Rykosen Kent, Giga Gamer.
Oh yeah. Geeky Gamer 69.
Yeah, about like a year and a half ago, I was also like talking to him about tapping, and he also likes his hand in a neutral position, which is really interesting to me because both of you guys are like low BPM, really high AC flow players.
Kinda.
So I think maybe it's better for lower BPM where you have to control for neutral. But I actually noticed that me and Xylus, we both keep like our hands kind of upright rather than in like a neutral flat position.
I always thought that was just bad ergonomics.
Like I got higher keycaps because it felt easier to stream.
No
higher
way. You
BPM.
use SA profile?
Yeah, I use SA profile. I don't use Cherry.
What? Dude, I specifically avoid anything that makes my keyboard taller. So like I never use like the flip out feet. This keyboard doesn't have flip out feet, but like you get it, right? So when if I'm like resting on my if I have my hand like with this slight angle, right? At this, I feel a constant like tension in my arm because like proper posture, your hands are at this angle. Your hand is like this. Whereas it should like proper ergonomics, it should be like this. Your hand is like this. You know what I'm saying? So like
whenever I'm playing, I'm pretty much constantly under pressure.
Yeah, so like I feel this like thing in the back of my arm like right here. Do you feel that as well? It's a result of like having to hold my hold the twist in my arm. Do you feel that?
Maybe I've gotten used to it, but I don't like I feel a little bit, but not like a very big tension.
When you put your arms down, are your hands organically at this angle?
They're just like this.
Right. And so when you play Osu, you twist it. Oh, what the fuck? That's so...
I think the main takeaway is that rather than like focusing on rotating, you should try to like put it under tension and then let it go back to neutral and like try to keep it going back and forth like that rather than like rotating it like purposefully.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like here, I could play a map and then like you could live watch. I think there's also a difference between like long streams and then bursting really fast.
Yeah, I agree. Like my technique is like very different.
Yeah, you can also see it in my arm. Like whenever I'm bursting really fast, you can really tell that my wrist is or my forearm is rotating. And
like when I'm playing long streams, it feels like I'm cycling through like some sort of technique. It's like every 7 notes or some shit. That's why like you can see like or some shit. That's probably unoptimal to be honest, but
so this is me like death streaming 250.
Oh, you're playing a map right now?
Yep.
So from this angle, it looks like you are still moving your fingers a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think keeping your fingers completely still and just rotating your arm is the method. And then I could do like a fast burst map, and then maybe you could see it more. Okay, this is like 340.
That's 340 BPM?
Yeah.
What the?
Do you like notice my forearm at all? I can't really see.
It's kind of hard to tell, but
Maybe up down will be easier.
what BPM are you playing?
340,
340, and these are mainly bursts, yeah?
like burst of 9. So basically, like that entire time, I don't know if my form was moving a lot, but wasn't consciously trying to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to keep experimenting. I like the idea of like slightly angling the keyboard so that it's more ergonomic or more fits like your whatever technique you use. I like the concept of like focusing more on like unloading, offloading, unloading, offloading. And just to clarify, while you're playing, it's not like you have like a key constantly pressed down and then you
Yeah.
strain, relax, strain, relax.
Yeah, it's not like I always have it pressed down.
So you are in like a neutral position at some point in time.
Pretty much, it's never fully relaxed, like as if I was just putting it down on a table.
Now that you mention it, yeah, when I'm in this position, I feel a bit of tension. Like otherwise it'll just be like this, right? So if I actually relax my hand, my ring finger is depressed, and then if I press my index finger, I feel this like flex in my forearm, and then when I relax,
So I think it's the changing back and forth between like relaxed and pressing that you should like that would help you out.
well, I guess I'll just keep experimenting and see what happens. This is insightful. I do find it fascinating that so many different players have had like their own almost like not entirely unique, but like similarly but also unique circumstances for their own like technique.
If you find someone like more people to I guess interview, you could find something that works for you.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck. Dude, if I could get my fucking physical therapist on the line, if he was more free, like I would love to have him like kind of break down, because he will isolate specific muscles and like easily communicate like how to use those muscles. Like if you do like a specific motion with like an okay hand and like do this, you're flexing a very specific tendon or some shit. So he can like isolate and tell you what like make you more aware of what specific tendons you're using, and then maybe using that sort of discussion, we can actually isolate from top players what tendons they're using, and then have it more easily communicatable to be like, okay, if you want to mimic this player, try doing this motion, that specific tendon when you're doing this motion. Use that tendon plus this other tendon when you do this I don't know. Like, I think that would be so sick. Shit, dude.
Yeah, no, that sounds really interesting. Because actually, I kind of feel like whenever I do tense and I play like maybe 4 or 5 hours, I kind of do feel my shoulder blade getting tense too.
Yes. So, like if I'm playing like super hard speed stuff, I'll feel it in my shoulders. All right, thank you for coming on, Nemroz. I may have more questions for you later, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. One day, the BTMC speed arc will happen. All right, see you then.
See ya.
God damn it, dude. Yeah, it's genetics, and I give up. Nah, it's not genetics. I refuse to believe it's genetics.